Hey guys, I'm here with a journal that I'm making. Oh wait, I'm working on this. It's quite small, and I just want to show you how I make my signatures because I see a lot of questions sometimes online, and I'm just going to show you how I do mine. It's a journal that I'm going to use myself to write down all my ideas and projects because I have papers laying there, and this way I can just combine it. So I'm going to make pockets and flips and places where you can stick down your sticky notes and stuff. So let me see, because this is like 17 centimeters by 14, I think. Yeah, 14. Approximately. So I've already cut down the cover, which is from a pizza box, and 2 pieces of yeah, what is it, cardboard? I don't know, it's the back of a drawing pad. So in another video I'm going to show you what I do with the cover. But for now I'm just going to show you how I do my signatures, and they are really simple. I'm not using a printer, just papers that I have. You can also use scrapbooking paper. So I've done 2 signatures, and the last one we're going to do together. Let me show you what I have already. Just need to see where. Okay, so I've used I don't know what the word is. It's like a puzzle where you have to find the words. So I used these papers, and I made a flap out of, where is it? These, yeah, I don't know. It's just thick paper, cardstock, but then in a smaller shape. So I cut it down to size and made a flip. So because on this you will not really write, but you can stick down stuff. You can write here, right there, make drawings of what you want to do. I have this card, and I'm just gonna make a tab on here. But I'm just going to show you the basis. This is an envelope that I folded in half, so you can put something here, and on the top I cut like a really tiny strip so you can put something in here too. So that kind of stuff. This is just some paper that I had, and it came from the IKEA restaurant. It's like it's not vellum, it's not, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's nice, and I glued it down on some cardstock and some lined papers, and I have another envelope which is the longer thin ones. So I just folded those in half like this. But then you see you have the flap, so you cannot open it when you fold it, because it's it's still together. So what I do then is just where the fold is, I just cut like a teeny tiny, like a couple of millimeters onto the point, and that way it's open. So you can flip it open, and you still have room when you so in your signatures you still have room here, so it's not gonna stick underneath, or when you have a thicker signature you still have some space left to work with. So that's kind of how I did it. And I just decorated it with the paper, and I put some cardstock in there. And that's basically what I've done all around the... This is a tuck. And on the other side you have 2 flips. Like this. And then this is a paper bag, which I also cut the top off on one side to put something in. Some vellum. And in the middle I just I glued it down here so I can have a pocket on this side and on that side to put papers in where I've written somewhere, you know. I have this notebook next to me on the couch, so every time I think of something I write it down. So I can just tuck it in here and then, you know, it would be handy. Then I have everything together when I'm starting to work on the project. So that is kind of like how I'm making my signatures. So let's start. I have book pages. This is the 3rd signature. I have book pages. I have envelopes. Oh no, this is not... Wait. Oh yeah. So let's start with the first one. I have all kinds of things. The envelopes, the vellum, paper bag, lined paper, coffee dyed paper. You know, so just gonna work with you. And then you'll see what I do. Let me change, yes. So we have we take one of the papers and we're just gonna, I don't know, I just do. So yeah, let's start. I'm just going to do a voiceover because this takes a lot of time. I'm using this cardstock, and it's actually paper that you use for making cards, so you just have to fold it in half and then you have the base for a card. But I'm using this for the journal, which, you know, it has a nice smaller size. So I'm just going to cut that part off. And I'm just using scissors because you know, it's for me, so I don't care if it's a bit, you know, and it's part of the grungy style, which I was going for, so I'm just gluing that down, and then you have a pocket. And you can just put something in there. The other side is a flip. I'm just going through some papers to make it a bit more interesting, because, you know, I do want a lot of writing space, but I also want, you know, a bit of variety of papers, you know, something to look at. So glue that down. You can flip it. You can write down there. You can do sticky notes or whatever. Glue a paper down that you had laying around with some notes on it. And what I did was I first started to decorate the left part of all the pages. This is an envelope, and I'm just cutting 1 millimeter off the side so you have a pocket. Thinking what to do. There's another envelope, but a smaller size. And I'm just using this, it's sort of a waxed paper. And I'm just, you know, folding it down to the size that I think I need, and then just, you know, I'm not too picky this time, which is, you know, not my usual way of working, but it's also nice sometimes not to think and just go with the flow. Just, you have your stuff around you and then just do what you think. So it's not that tidy, it's not that neat, but sometimes it's also nice to make something like that. So this is the vellum, and of course you cannot write on vellum, so we need to put something down. And again, I'm using that smaller sized cardstock for making the cards, because it has the right size, you know. Just cutting it down, gluing it down. And also one on the other side. Just have to cut down a little small piece on the bottom. Gluing, I use tacky glue, by the way, and especially on the vellum it works really well. So this is a paper bag, which is also, it has also a waxed surface, so it's kind of difficult to write on. Plus, we also want some decoration. So this is an old magazine that I bought in the secondhand store, which was really cheap. So sometimes I just take a page out or a nice image that I like. And that's what I did this time. I'm gluing it down. And as you see, I just think like, okay, what can I do now? Not doing the same thing every time, every page. Just try to make all kinds of different pockets, tabs, tucks, whatever. So that every page you turn, you will have something different. And gluing down some vellum for a side pocket. And with the tacky glue, you really, when it's dried, you don't see the glue, which is very cool, especially with the vellum. So this is an envelope, and I'm just cutting a millimeter off to the fold, so you have a top pocket. And again, using that card paper, just folding it to the size that I want. And this time, I'm not cutting it down, but I'm making a double flip. But you do have to think about how to attach it. So that's what I'm doing here. There's a small, like 1.5 or 2 centimeter space that I'm going to glue down. And then you have a flip on the one side, flip on the other side. And that's how you also create extra writing space. So if you're making a journal for writing, maybe you do want a little bit of embellishments or some decorations, but this is a nice way to create more writing space even, and makes the book look a bit more interesting. So here we go. There's another smaller envelope, and I'm going to decorate it a bit with a piece of paper that I bought online. It's from an old company, administration books and whatever. And there were some very smart people who are into crafting, I think. And then they just cut the big pages down to smaller pieces, and then they sell them online for absolutely nothing. So me likey. So another part of the envelope, and again decorating it a bit to give it more interest. Cutting down with my paper trimmer. I'm just folding it the size that I want it. I'm not measuring anything, I'm just folding it and then cut it down. Normally I would measure everything, but this time I thought, let's just do it. And I kind of liked it that way. So. But when I make a very pretty journal with printables and digital kits and everything, I always feel like I have to work like tidy and it has to be neat. So just thinking how everything is coming together. Maybe I can do something. See, another flip. And some of those paper packages for the card making, they have the same size paper but in different colors. So this is kind of cool. I'm just cutting this down. And then you have another flip and another pocket. And now just trying to find a nice piece of paper to glue on there, because I've been using a lot of plain papers, so a little bit of decoration is nice again. Just cutting it to size. Folding the top part down to cut it to size, and then just glue it down. So you see, if you're afraid of doing everything neat and tidy, you don't have to. Just find the style that you like, or just think, oh, what the hell, and just go with the flow. Back and show you. So this is the pocket here. So you can write down on the card, and you can write down here, or do drawings. You have the flip, and you can write here, and you can write here, and I don't know, you can do sticky notes, whatever. Then we have the pocket on the side, so you can write here, you can stuff something in there. You can write here. You have the envelope with the pocket. You can write here. You can put sticky notes. You can write here. You can write here. Write here. Put something in the paper bag. You can put another thing in there. And I'm thinking maybe there's something that I can stick down there, because it's getting quite plain. And do I have something small in this? Because yeah, I like a lot of writing space, but I do like to have some decoration. Now this looks nice. Why don't I just make a fold? It's about money and stamps. And I'm just gonna glue one side down because I like the paper, but then you can flip it open just for fun. Okay, so this flips open then, and that's the pocket. That's the pocket. Then you have the paper. You have another, you can write on it. Then you have another pocket. Like this. It doesn't really fit. Maybe I can put another paper in it. Place to write. A flip. Oh, and I should put something there, because it's difficult to write on it. Maybe I'll just glue one of these down. That's also kind of fun. So, just going along. And here you have the flip. Like that. You have the paper. You have something to write on here. Sticky notes place. Place to write. Here's the other side of the envelope. Paper to, oh no, this one is the flip also. And the envelope. Place to write. The flip. And the pocket. Like this. So that's the signature. That's how I made these. And like I said, I didn't use a printer. I just looked in my stash what I had, and I get these papers. I get online at this Dutch shop where people sell all kinds of stuff, like furniture, hobby stuff, tools even. Name it, think of it, name it, and you know, you can look for it. So that's quite handy. So now I have all three signatures ready. Just need to put this down. So this is the base, and that will come in my little pizza box. Like I said, what I will do with the cover, I'm going to show you. I'm going to use fabric. I'm going to sew a bit. I'm not going to show you the sewing in the video because me and my sewing machine are not really big friends yet, so you don't want to hear me swear and whatever. So these signatures will be inked up. They will be sewn around the edges, and how I decorate them or use them you will see in the flip through video of the whole journal. So step by step, you know, I'll make some videos of the cover and the whole flip through, and of course this one. So I hope this gave you some inspiration, especially for the newbies. And if you have any questions, then just send me a message. Thank you for watching. Bye!